I have been asked frequently the question from different medical colleagues. We are medical. Do we really need to understand everything related to the business and revenues and market dynamics? It's a valid question, given that the main focus of medical affairs in the pharmaceutical industry is science and patient outcomes. However, the answer to this question is definitely yes, a big yes. Scientific expertise, ladies and gentlemen, doesn't make a pharmaceutical organization. Scientific expertise alone doesn't make a pharmaceutical organization. If we focus only on scientific expertise, we can be the best lecturers in a university, or we can be world class speakers or educators in an academic institute. But the pharmaceutical industry is based on the integration between scientific expertise and business strategies. Scientific expertise plus business acumen equals pharmaceutical industry. A simple and very important equation. Today, we will discuss a critical component that drives the success in medical affairs, and this is business acumen. Let's say that you prepared a very good scientific presentation for a speaker or for yourself to give it out in a major event. And you spend a lot of time selecting the data that you will include in your presentation. Before the presentation or the session, your partner, your commercial partner, marketing, or your manager asked you why you selected this type of data in particular, why you included this study. And you answered because this study and its results can support a patient access program. This is a strategic decision. That is to say, that the way we use data can be influenced by our understanding of the business circumstances and the total environment of business. The first reason why business acumen is critical for medical affairs because it enables us to make the right decisions. If you decided, for example, to prioritize a real world evidence study over an independent research grant or educational grant, and again, your partner or your colleague will ask you, why did you say yes for the real world evidence study, but not for the educational grant? And you can simply answer, because the real world evidence will support a reimbursement case. So you understand the business, and because you understand the business and you understand that the results of the real world evidence will definitely derive the success of the reimbursement case, you rationalized your decision. And again, it's the right decision because it serves an ultimate business objective. So understanding the business will enable us to make right decisions when it comes to resource allocation. In addition to this, because understanding business acumen will give us this resource allocation agility, it will enable us also to modify our strategies based on the changing environment or the changing conditions. The business is changing from one day to another. And the best thing we can do as medical affairs is to be very flexible and adaptive to the environment. And understanding the business makes us very proactive when it comes to changing our strategies or shifting our gears to correct our path. Measuring medical affairs success and contribution to business has been a big question since ages. how to measure the medical, how to measure the contribution of medical affairs to the success of the organization, because medical affairs cannot be measured by increasing the prescriptions or by increasing the revenues or profits of the organization. So, how can the business leaders see the impact of the medical efforts and the medical initiatives on their business? The first step is to understand the business and align with its objectives. Now, let's create a hypothetical case study to illustrate all the three reasons that we discussed to show how business acumen is critical for medical affairs.
Welcome to this case study on prioritization, designed to train medical affairs teams on setting their priorities effectively. Now, we'll explore how a team decides to prioritize their efforts between two hypothetical tasks, Task A and Task B. In our scenario, Task A involves supporting a new, innovative treatment for a rare disease. This treatment recently received FDA approval and has the potential to significantly improve patient outcomes. However, it requires substantial data, education, and awareness building among healthcare providers due to its novelty and the complexity of the disease it treats. On the other hand, Task B involves supporting an established medication that has been on the market for several years but is now facing increasing competition. Recent studies have shown that it can be effective for a new indication, and the company is planning to expand its use. Although there is existing familiarity with this medication among healthcare providers, the challenges of competition and market saturation remain. Now, the medical team has to decide to do only one task, either Task A or Task B. In most of these cases, it is almost impossible to do both tasks without compromising on the quality of work. To make a well-informed decision, the team will need to answer 6 critical questions. By systematically addressing these questions, the team will be able to determine which task should take precedence and ensure that their efforts are aligned with both organizational strategy and patient needs. The 6 questions are: what is the strategy? What are the goals and metrics? What resources are available? What are the patient needs? What are the potential risks and benefits? How can we maximize the impact of our efforts? Let's try to answer these questions to reach an informed decision by the end of this exercise. Question 1. What is the strategy? Here you have to ask yourself, what is your medical strategy, and is it 100% aligned with the overall business strategy in your organization? If the strategy is clearly in favor of Task A, then this is a strong signal that can help you decide. However, if the overall strategy does not prioritize any task over the other, you need to move on to the next question. Question 2. What are the goals and metrics? Evaluate. What are your specific goals and metrics for you? Which goals of these tasks, A or B, are more aligned with your own goals and with your organization's key performance indicators and desired outcomes? If the answer suggests a stronger case for prioritizing one task over the other, that is another signal. But if the goals and metrics are equally important for both tasks, proceed to the next question. Question 3. What resources are available? Consider, what resources do you have available for each task? Do you have sufficient resources to fully support Task A without compromising other critical areas? If Task A can be supported with the available resources more effectively than Task B, this indicates a preference for Task A. If resources are equally available or constrained for both tasks, consider the next question. Question 4. What are the patient needs? Assess. What are the specific patient needs for each task? Does task A address a more urgent or underserved patient need compared to task B? If task A's patient needs are more critical and align with your mission to improve patient outcomes, prioritize task A. If both tasks address patient needs equally, move on to the next question. Question 5. What are the potential risks and benefits? Weigh. What are the potential risks and benefits associated with each task? Is task A's potential benefit significantly higher compared to its risks, making it a more favorable option? If the potential benefits of task A outweigh the risks more than those of task B, this suggests prioritizing task A. If the risks and benefits are balanced for both tasks, proceed to the final question. 6. How can we maximize the impact of our efforts? Determine, how can you maximize the impact of your efforts for each task? Will focusing on task A allow you to achieve a greater positive impact on patient outcomes and organizational goals? If task A provides a clearer path to maximizing impact, it should be prioritized. If the potential impact is similar for both tasks, then additional factors may need to be considered. By answering these 6 questions, you have adopted a systematic analytical approach, ensuring you gather enough information to make an informed decision. Now, you need to look at the answers collectively and decide which task you will perform. This analytical method helps you consider all relevant factors, from strategic alignment to resource availability and patient needs, providing a comprehensive foundation for your decision-making. However, remember that this approach requires practice. The more you use it, the more adept you will become at making well-informed, strategic decisions. Good luck, and may your efforts lead to meaningful and impactful outcomes for your organization and the patients you serve.